Hello YouTubers, this is SHEM. Here in front of me is the brand new HTC Desire Eye that I've been testing for the past couple of weeks. In this video I'll present you my detailed review of the device and show you some photographs and videos captured with its camera. As usual, you'll find a timeline in the video description so that you can jump to this section of interest. Unfortunately, this is a testing unit and it didn't come in its original packaging, so I'll not be able to do the usual unboxing. I've only received the Desire Eye with the wall charger and a micro USB cable for charging and data exchange. But inside the retail unit, you'll also find your usual set of instructions and a headset. Let's move on to the build and design of HTC Desire Eye. It is available in two color options, white and red and blue. Located centrally at the top of the front side is a 13 megapixel camera with dual LED flash. On the right side from the camera module you can find an LED notification light, and on the left the sensors. Below is the first boom sound stereo speaker hidden in a gap between the display and the top frame. The display itself is a 5.2-inch Full HD module entirely covered by Corning Gorilla Glass 3 tempered glass. Below we have a second boom sound stereo speaker and a black stripe with HTC logo. On the left side we have two hidden slots. First is for the nano SIM card and the second is a slot for micro SD cards that allows memory expansion. On the bottom is the first microphone and a water resistant micro USB port for charging and data exchange. The right side is where we have a dedicated camera shutter button on the bottom and the power button and volume rocker further up. On the top right side is the water-resistant headphone jack. The back of the device has yet another 13 megapixel camera module with dual LED flash and the second microphone on the top. Below is the HTC logo and some certificates on the bottom. The back cover is non-detachable and the battery is sealed inside. The whole device is made of plastic, but it feels very nice and sturdy. The device is IP certified and can be submerged to a depth of 1.5 meters for up to 30 minutes. Besides being quite hefty inside, the rounded edges give it a comfortable feel in the hand. Just for a comparison, the Desire Eye is similar in size to the Galaxy Note 4 phablet. It is 73.8mm in width, 151.7mm in height, its thickness is 8.5mm and it weighs a reasonable 154 grams. When it comes to the spec sheet, the phone rocks the quad-core Qualcomm Snapdragon 801 clocked at 2.3 GHz, Adreno 330 graphics chip and 2GB of RAM memory. On the list of sensors we have the built-in FM radio, Bluetooth 4.0, NFC, LTE, GPS and GLONASS. The device comes with 16GB of built-in memory that can be expanded by a microSD card of up to 128GB in size. When it comes to performance, the Desire Eye performs as well as you would expect from a phone with one of the top mobile processors. In Antutu benchmark, it achieved 39,681 points, which puts it slightly below the HTC One M8. Desire Eye is perfectly suited for gaming. Very good display combined with stereo speakers located in the front translate into a great gaming experience, and the specs allow for smooth gameplay in any of the currently available titles. I've tested it with Real Racing 3 as well as Modern Combat 4 and I didn't notice any lags. The device didn't significantly heat up either. HTC is known for having the best smartphone speakers available on the market. When I first heard the HTC One Max and the One M8, I was amazed. The boom sound speakers in HTC Desire Eye are very good as well, but unfortunately they're not as good as I would expect. The water-resistant membranes must have taken their toll on the loudness and the quality overall. Don't get me wrong, they're still one of the best available, but my expectations were set very high having experienced the sound quality in other models. The sound on the headphones is extremely loud to the point where I couldn't handle it. The sound is okay, but the device lacks system-wide equalizer that would let you adjust the sound to your ear, and I actually prefer the quality on Note 4 with the built-in Wolfson chip. The HTC Desire Eye comes with a 5.2-inch Full HD display with a pixel density of 424 pixels per inch. The Super LCD 3 screen on the smartphone has great viewing angles, contrast and the color reproduction is one of the best currently available. The colors are very well calibrated and the high density of pixels makes the image extremely sharp. The HTC Desire Eye currently runs on the Android 4.4.4 KitKat with Sense 6.0 skin from HTC. The Lollipop update is planned for the second quarter of 2015. The skin from HTC offers a polished look and some nice software gimmicks such as the HTC Blink feed, which replaces one of the home screens and offers you quick access to all your social media as well as favorite news sources. HTC also pre-installed a few nice looking widgets, such as a rather pretty weather and clock widget with quick access to weather updates and a clock application with a nice world clock. The launcher has built-in theme support to quickly customize the look, and there are a few themes to choose from. On the list of apps you'll find the standard set from Google and a few others from HTC. First up we have a simple calculator, then a calendar with up-to-date weather, the clock app with cool preview of time in different cities around the globe, then a simple file manager with no cloud storage support, a flashlight, an FM radio app that makes use of the built-in module, and a redesigned gallery app with cool option to make highlights from your pictures and videos using one of the available themes. Next on the list we have HTC Backup app to save backups of your phone in the cloud. The Desire Eye, similarly to HTC One M8, can be used with a dedicated HTC .view case that is sold separately, and there is an app that lets you personalize what is displayed. On the list you will also find a HTC guide with instructions on how to use the phone. Parent Dashboard along with its Kid mode lets you create a profile for a child so that it can only access pre-selected apps. New on the list of apps is Power to Give, which basically lets you share the operating power of your smartphone with various scientific projects. Scribble is quite an advanced notepad with various templates, drawing mode, and the ability to add pictures or recordings to the notes. Tasks is an app to help you get organized and create tasks lists. On the list of apps there is also a sound recorder, an app to look at stock prices, and lastly a weather app with nice weather animations and data from AccuWeather. Along with the purchase of the device we get 100 GB of Google Drive storage for 2 years, which is a really nice promotion. HTC Desire Eye also has built-in support for various gestures such as the cool double tap to wake, swipe left and pick up phone in portrait orientation to launch widget panel, and others. I couldn't get some of them to work, but the double tap to wake is very useful and should in fact be present in all smartphones. The Desire Eye has a built-in 2400 mAh lithium polymer battery. It might seem to be quite small combined with a large 5.2-inch display, but HTC has truly done some magic here. I don't know how, but I was easily getting 4 hours of screen on time whilst constantly big on LTE with my heavy usage. On Wi-Fi the screen on time often exceeded 5 hours. Those results are truly impressive and should last an average user even 2 days of work. There are also some power saving functions that can be found in the phone settings that will extend battery life even further. The phone supports Quick Charge 2.0 technology that charges the battery to 60% in 30 minutes, but you'll need a special charger that is sold separately. Now let's talk a little bit about the cameras in HTC Desire Eye. On the back we have a 13 megapixel module with high aperture of f/2.0 and a 28mm lens, and on the front yet another 13 megapixel module, but this time with lower f/2.2 aperture and a wide 22mm angle lens. In the camera app you can select from 6 shooting modes: camera, selfie, split capture, photo booth, panorama 360 and a new crop me in mode. After selecting the camera you can press in the lower left corner in horizontal position to display settings. The first icon will take you to different shooting options. Here you'll find slow motion video, fast full HD video, night, HDR, sweep panorama, anti-shake, manual, portrait, landscape, backlight, text and macro modes. The manual mode lets you adjust aperture, ISO as well as exposure values, with sliders displayed on the screen. The number of settings in the camera app truly makes it stand out. Of course, we can also change the resolution of images and video and have some other settings such as touch to capture. When it comes to the quality of pictures taken with HTC Desire Eye, they're actually not as good as some would expect. Even though the quality of shots in good lighting conditions is very good, as soon as the light starts lacking we get images full of graininess. This selfie camera is definitely one of the best available, and here the scenario is almost the same as with the rear cam. We get amazing selfies in decent lighting conditions and also good night selfies using dual LED flashlights at night, but sometimes the autofocus has problems, and although images look in focus on the screen, they turn out blurry when reviewed in the gallery. If you love taking selfies, then this should be your number one choice on the list of smartphones. The Panorama 360 makes a good job stitching images together to create very large photographs. The Crop Me In mode, which is still in beta, still needs some work, but it could be a killer feature in the future. HTC Desire Eye records video at a maximum of 1080p 25 frames per second. The material looks good, but I would expect at least 60 frames per second or 2K resolution this year. Videos look very sharp, and here HTC does a good job. It can also capture in slow motion at HD resolution. I should have a comparison between the Galaxy Note 4 and the Desire Eye on my channel soon, and I'll show you how the cameras on Eye compare to one of the best cameras out there on a mobile device. The final question is whether HTC Desire Eye is a phone for you. It is without a doubt one of the best smartphones available on the market in terms of technical specification and features. With Desire Eye, HTC not only entered the market of water-resistant phones, but also joined the increasing number of devices with improved selfie capabilities. The design feels solid, the stereo speakers in front sound very good, the display is great, the performance top-notch, and the battery life is some of the best I have ever seen. On the list of negatives, it lacks an IR blaster, there's no quick charger included in the box, it's got quite poor display to body ratio and large size, and quite an average rear camera. HTC Desire Eye is one of the best phones that I've ever tested, and in my opinion even beats HTC's current One M8 flagship. I hope that you've enjoyed my review. Stay tuned for more videos and don't forget to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.